Hello and welcome to the continuation of CaptainSPrice's reign. He defeated Loveness 2-0 on Crossing in the Woods, so the map is now Stalingrad, and his next challenger is somebody I am not at all familiar with. Private Agent12g, trademark. It's going to be CaptainSPrice versus this mysterious U.S. Forces player, apparently. Good to see U.S. Forces hit the field finally. He's going to go with the double rifle opening, and CaptainSPrice, despite being on Stalingrad, is going with his sniper opening. So, I guess we'll see what happens. Sniper can be a little tough on this map. It's got pretty short range engagements generally, so you need to take special care to utilize that sniper and use long corridors if you can. There's quite a bit of open area down in this area as well, so a few spots on the map where a sniper can maneuver pretty well. Here also, but it can be tough. It can be tough, especially against U.S. forces where riflemen can threaten to kill a sniper in just one volley with their rifles at medium range. It's a pretty risky move by CaptainSPrice. But we know he loves the sniper play. I'm honestly surprised he hasn't done it yet. He's going to give it a shot this game. Agent12g has already selected Armor Company for the access to the assault engineers with flamethrowers. I didn't see if he had access to Rifle Company. If not, this is the only way for him to make flamethrowers, and we know that they're very powerful on Stalingrad. And Sniper is going to start firing away at those rear echelon troops. And so far the Sniper is taking advantage of long-range firing lines that he's finding. Agent12g not making very good use of vision blockers to prevent that Sniper firing on him. He's already being forced to retreat with that squad. This squad trying to make a flank on that Sniper, probably not going to be able to get in range. We'll take a little bit of light damage from the Pyos that have secured building control here. Full squad of rear echelon troops gets sniped, and I don't really see that rifle squad managing to close into short range on that Sniper either. Sniper's already up to 6 kills in its first series of engagements. Riflemen will move behind this vision blocker here. Third squad of riflemen being produced now.
What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits? Green is green can be. Well, grab your shit. A capture point is being overrun. Taking fire! Maybe you guys weren't there. I was. What I saw was a lot of material. God damn it! Someone get us out of here! Sam is spending a lot of money.
Riflemen leave their position, take another shot from the Sniper. CaptainSPrice has not even sustained a loss, and only mild damage on his Pyo squad. He's taking control of most of the map now. They're in the north and shows no sign of losing control of his territory here in the south. Full squad of riflemen gets wiped on the retreat there by those grenadiers, and a fresh squad of rear echelon troops is getting picked off by this Sniper as well.
They're wise to us. We're losing a capture point.
Rear echelon troop. Look at this little maneuver. He's preventing the rear echelon from firing by circling around it, and there it goes. It actually landed one shot on the Sniper before dying. To those grenadiers. That was a cute little trick with that Sniper, though. You don't see that rotation thing very often. Lieutenant on the field. If he can make something happen with an M20, maybe he can at least take out that Sniper. It's going to be a little while before he has the resources for that M20 with his fuel income so low. Rifleman in green cover over here.
Rifle squad ready for action.
Lieutenant making his way onto the field. Sniper taking shots at range on the rifleman there on the victory point. Sniper's already up to Vet 1, which will give him access to the incendiary explosive round, making him even more dangerous. Sniping the lieutenant from range with grenadiers providing vision. We will see a bit of an attempt at a flank there. He uses the incendiary round to try and stun those riflemen for a second. It only drops one model, and an LMG has been upgraded on the grenadiers in the factory. Lieutenant will apply enough pressure to that grenadier squad to force a retreat, and CaptainSPrice is purchasing himself an anti-tank gun now. If he can collect enough munitions for a teller mine as well, he'll have really good protection against an early light vehicle from the U.S. forces. But it looks like, rather than getting a light vehicle, he's fielded himself grenades. Throws a smoke grenade here in the middle, tosses a frag into the factory to pressure those grenadiers out, but is not able to secure control of the building as the grenadiers get back inside after throwing 2 grenades. Lieutenant's trying to find an opportunity on that sniper, which just keeps kiting around behind this wall.
Germany now holds the victory point.
And riflemen making their way over here to the victory point. While the AT gun moves up to do a little back capping, since it doesn't really have much of a job to do here either. Assault engineers have been fielded by Agent12g.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points. Reinforcements in. Welcome to the deathmatch. Stick with me, you might just make.
Another full rifle squad will be forced to retreat by that sniper, which is up to 21 kills 7 minutes into the game. It's almost been constantly firing. He almost has a Vet 2 sniper 7.5 minutes into the game. We will have to be a little bit more careful around these assault engineers. These infantry are just getting destroyed. There it is, Vet 2 on the sniper now. LMG still available in the factory to protect. Those assault engineers will take a lot of damage if they try and close the gap on that sniper. Another grenade going into the factory, and on the left side, a full squad of riflemen gets wiped. That is not being monitored by these grenadiers. And this engagement, he will throw smoke out on that sniper, but he just lost a full squad of assault engineers to the grenadiers in the factory. Sniper moves up to take another shot, but I think those rifles got away. But not looking too good. CaptainSPrice now has control of pretty much the entire map.
You dopes, listen up. What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits? Green as green can be. Well, grab your shit.
Riflemen reinforcing here in the U.S. base. Grenadiers are going to take full control of the strategic point. Rifleman and Lieutenant moving up to engage the Grenadiers here. Toss a grenade. CaptainSPrice, not paying close enough attention, will simply retreat, actually. For an engagement he cannot win. Sniper continues to simply hover towards the center. And CaptainSPrice upgrading with a medic station. No Battle Phase 2 yet from him, although he certainly has a ton of resources. And no flamethrower spam from him, actually. Somewhat surprisingly, actually.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Sniper has moved to support, and he's again taking good advantage of these long-range alleyways that, ooh, that was a nasty incendiary round. 2 models from the Lieutenant, and that will be the engagement 1. U.S. forces have to make a full retreat from the left side. Looks like we're going to see a bit of an attempt for the right. 10-minute M20. That is an extremely late M20, but his fuel is extremely low. He hasn't had any map control. No map control. He also spent 25 on these grenades, so couldn't get the AA half-track going with the M20. He's He's really going to struggle to make anything happen with that at this point. There's an AT gun on the field. There's 4 Grenadiers worth of Panzerfaust potential. CaptainSPrice doesn't have that much munitions. I think he might have just spent a bunch on something. Does he have Teller mines going down? Not sure. Not sure where all of his munitions is going. He did get that, get this thing, but with 58 coming in, he's got to have spent it on something. Oh, on the incendiary rounds, of course. Sniper incendiary round is 45 munitions, so winning an engagement for 45 munitions is not a bad deal by any means, but it is expensive. That's definitely a big munitions sink for an already pretty munitions-hungry faction. Sniper actually gets in 50 cal range, takes a bit of damage from one burst, and he retreats that just to be safe. I don't think he realized how close he was to that 50 cal. M20 on the field actually catches a squad of Grenadiers. A little bit late to chase. He probably could have wiped that, given ideal conditions. It looks like it's going to get away. Anti-tank gun making its way towards the central factory. It is set up in that Grenadier squad's retreat path somewhat. If a Grenadier squad lands a Panzerfaust,
our foes have 300 points remaining. Increase your efforts. The enemy is taking our territory.
.50 cal takes control of the South VP, and Lieutenant is going to grab the strategic point. LMG Grenadiers firing on that 50 cal though. Looks like it's gonna go down. Gets wiped. AT gun firing on the M20. It's a little late to reposition. Anti-tank gunshot misses. He wants to go in with that Grenadier squad for the Panzerfaust, but the Lieutenant screening threatens to wipe the squad. And he will be forced to retreat. Couple infantry squads in the US base, reinforcing a little bit. CaptainSPrice still has absolute and total map control and victory point controls. Lieutenant is trying to get control of this VP, but the sniper has returned with full health. Now Lieutenant might get wiped. Big burst from the BAR. Oh, sniper almost went down. That was close. Let it get a little too close to that Lieutenant, but that Lieutenant kind of threatens getting wiped here by the sniper. He is camouflaged, moving up to take the shot, and there it is. Lieutenant gets wiped. Battle Phase 3 unlocked by CaptainSPrice. He will be able to purchase himself a Tier 4 structure easily with his huge fuel reserves. Sniper retreats back to base for healing again, and it's now Vet 3. And it has 34 kills at the 13-minute mark. That sniper has killed most of the US Army by himself with a little support from Grenadiers. Probably more than everything else combined. 3, 2, oh okay, 20. Never mind, that LMG squad's got 20. Still more than all the rest of the squads combined though. 6, 8, 28, 29 to 34. 34 kills on the sniper, 29 kills on the whole rest of the Oster army. So, good job, sniper. Panther in production from CaptainSPrice, and he's chosen Jaeger armor for whatever reason. I don't even really know what this has to offer him that he's going to utilize. I guess maybe the anti-tank mine. I don't know. Spotting scopes. Another squad of riflemen just committed suicide on this factory. The left side VP is going to be retaken by the sniper and supporting Grenadiers.
We fight
fought bravely for the Reich. The enemy is down to 200 points.
And grenade is going out. Oh, I don't know. Maybe the rifleman will get away this time. No, headshot. And sniper slides on up to 38 kills, and the map will go completely into CaptainSPrice's control again, having triple capped his opponent for almost the whole game. Victory points are going to run out pretty soon. And that Panther driving... Oh, he canceled his Panther.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Canceled his Panther. Maybe he wants to, I don't know. He's building a bunch of fuel caches. I guess he wants to try and get an elephant. But I don't know if he's gonna be able to make it to 12 command points in time. I think the victory points will run out too quickly. The feeble remnants of the American army are throwing themselves at this factory. This Grenadier squad has a BAR and an LMG. There goes that full squad to the sniper, who's now up to 41 kills. Good thing he brought like 12 incendiary rounds. That is one heavily armed sniper.
Fuel cache building complete.
He's just gonna hang out right here outside the US base, and a squad of assault engineers is being fielded. Apparently he decrewed his M20 and is now just running around with the bazooka squad for, I don't know, whatever reason.
The adversary has slipped to 100 points.
Only 100 points left. I don't think that elephant's gonna make it. He's gotta kill more stuff.
It's ready to use.
He needs Private Agent 12g to stop floating manpower and just throw units away.
Sniper reporting.
The enemy is down to 75 points. Rounds incoming!
M10 on the field. It's firing at the factory. Not sure what he plans to accomplish here.
We have hammered the enemy down to 50 points.
50 points remain. These infantry are just AFK in the base. An M20 sitting on the VP, I guess. Assault engineers making their way over here. CaptainSPrice looking for targets here outside the US base. Can't find any. He's built 4 fuel caches. He's got 48 fuel coming in and is about to have 400 fuel in the bank. M10 rotates back towards this area with infantry support. Sniper's actually a little out of position. He's got 2 squads in his retreat path. If Agent 12g could just kill that sniper, at least he would inflict 1 model loss on his opponent. 1 squad wipe, something, anything. He does stop the victory point bleed, taking control of the left side and center simultaneously. CaptainSPrice is going to rotate back to a safer position. Floating a ton of resources. I feel like CaptainSPrice is intentionally dragging out the game so that he can field an elephant. Which is ridiculous, because it's in his interest to win games as fast as possible, because then he can win more money.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
That incendiary round didn't do much. Sniper gets back into a more safe location and will move to push some infantry away from the center. And Grenadiers are making their way to retake control of that victory point. Meanwhile, the squads down here are going to get some territory under control as well. All of the American players' fuel reserves are pretty much in this 1M10.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines. The enemy has broken our supply lines.
Firing on these assault engineers, he will force them out of the fuel. And these Grenadiers are going to take control of the munitions and continue to neglect the victory points. Just completely, just not even bother apparently. Okay, Captain Price, we get it. You're winning. You may end the game now. What is this called in football? Excessive celebration or something? Or padding the score? I don't know. There's some analogy you can make for this. Wow.
Infantry squad has been killed.
Squad wipe. Here comes the comeback. CaptainSPrice loses a full squad of Grenadiers. And M20 is hunting down the sniper. The sniper might die. It's extremely exposed, has no support. Kinda needs those assault engineers to move up just to seal the deal a little. Okay, now that squad's probably gonna get wiped. M20 is not able to locate the sniper, dancing in and around this stuff.
Pioneers ready for anything.
And he just gave up, I guess. Just gave up.
Reinforcements complete.
Couldn't find it.
Squad under attack. Stuka bombers fueled and ready to go.
Grenadiers have to retreat from the south. Yay! Here's the elephant. CaptainSPrice managed it. There is an elephant on the field, thanks to the efforts of his opponent to take control of the center VP and north. With 17 points remaining, CaptainSPrice has successfully dragged the game out long enough to field this for absolutely no reason. Equip it with a spotting scope, and I guess slowly drive it towards the center to engage this M10.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
And he still has 1,200 manpower and 350 fuel in the bank. He could have at least fielded a broom bear or something to give me a Panzerwerfer. Give us something to stare at while he slowly fields his elephant forward to blast this M10.
Ready to be deployed.
Pew! Okay, well, this has been a really interesting and exciting and fun game.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Almost as good as Game 1. Which I realize not very many people saw. Game 1 of the entire tournament, I mean. I really hope he doesn't just slowly annihilate his opponent with 2 elephants. I really hope that he intends to take the victory points and end this. Full squad of assault engineers wiped. I'm gonna be moderately annoyed if I have to sit through 10 minutes of an elephant blowing up a U.S. forces base. That's all I'm saying.
Destroyer is ready to be deployed.
Oh, hey, Relic Entertainment is here. Good. They're gonna see the highest level of competition. Of course the game Relic Entertainment shows up to watch as this one. They couldn't catch. Jezelin versus CaptainSPrice. Red Wings versus CaptainSPrice. Loveness versus CaptainSPrice. Just in time, however, for Agent12g versus CaptainSPrice on Stalingrad. Which I guess is an elaborate metaphor, really. I hope these elephants die to this M10 flank. That would make me feel better about what I'm being forced to sit and witness. Ever so slightly. That M10 is blowing up the M20 just because the game would be over if he allowed that M20 to fall into enemy hands. Absolutely cannot stand. Wow. These abandonments though. This really is just like Red Wings versus just in Game 2. It's the exact same game practically. I don't hate you, Justin. I'm just pointing out the similarities. That's all. I'm just trying to objectively comment on what I am seeing. Come on. Oh, I really wanted to believe in the dream of that elephant going down. At what time did I say I did not want to watch two elephants destroying a base for 10 minutes? Was that 25 minutes? It's only been 3 minutes apparently, because it feels like a lot more than 3 minutes have passed. It feels like a lot more than 3 minutes to me. You know, I don't think I've ever actually seen an elephant's hull gun getting so many kills. That's new. Look at that, 9 infantry kill. Beautiful. Wow, does the stupid dive bomb really do that little? I was so happy, I was like, yes! That'll speed things up. Apparently that's not very good for base destruction. See, even in this game, there's still potential to learn new things. Man. These elephants are just dominating. Look at those infantry formations getting torn up. That glorious elephant hull gun. So much damage. Look at that. Look at that shit. Granted, it's rear echelon troops that are repairing. You guys can't get mad at Agent12g for not surrendering, okay? There's no shame in not surrendering. CaptainSPrice is the one who's like, I'm not gonna take the VPs. He's just AFK, not doing anything with anything except his 2 elephants. So, both of these players, okay? It takes 2 Takes two to tango. They have collectively decided to troll me and all 200 of you. Apparently that Stuka dive bomb missed a little bit. Some friendly fire. It's okay. More elephants are being rushed to the front lines. So close. So close to that annihilation victory. Come on, elephant, you can do it. There it is. There it is. The annihilation victory has been achieved. May that please be the only one we witness in the tournament. Short break, hopefully, and we will go to game 2.